Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been silent since he was taken to Sokoto Prison, right? But then he has now found an opportunity to send out a message to Nigerians, to his fans, to Biafrans all over the world concerning what is going on. And it's important you watch this video so that you know the next step Nnamdi Kanu is about to take. The next step Nnamdi Kanu is about to take. This news just broke like a few minutes ago, and we are bringing it to you here in Noble Media. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sends message to Nigerians as his brother Prince Emmanuel Kanu, and his legal consultant Maswero Okpara visits him in Sokoto Prison. Of course, they are transferring Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto Prison. Let's move on. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has sent a message to Nigerians following a visit by his brother, Prince Emmanuel Kanu, and Abuja-based legal consultant, Dr. Maswero Okpara, at the Sokoto Medium Security Prison, where he was recently transferred after his conviction. Of course, we here in Noble Media, we told you everything that transpired in Abuja on 20th of November, where Justice Omotosho stubbornly and angrily sentenced Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader, has not spoken since being convicted and sent to life imprisonment in the past week. He was sentenced to life imprisonment by the Federal High Court in Abuja, presided over by Justice James Omotosho, JJ Omotosho. We must move on. He was moved from the Department of State Services DSS facility in Abuja to the Sokoto Prison shortly after the judgment, an action the family and supporters rejected and said was a plot to kill him. Of course, everybody believes that. Why will they sentence Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment and immediately in less than 24 hours rush him to Sokoto? Are there no prisons like Kuje prison in Abuja? Are there no other prisons in Abuja or in nearby places where Nnamdi Kanu can be kept? But they now took him to the heart of the caliphate over there in Abuja, and everybody's worried. Igbo people, every lover of freedom, whether you are Igbo outside Yoruba, whether you are one of us outside Nigeria, or you are still down there in Nigeria, wherever you are, you need to be worried about why they took Nnamdi Kanu down there to Sokoto. He was moved from the Department of State Services facility in Abuja to the Sokoto prison shortly after the judgment, an action the family and supporters rejected and said was a plot to eliminate him. Speaking after meeting him on Friday, Prince Emmanuel Kanu, in a letter he shared with the Whistler, said the IPOB leader instructed him to relay his concerns about the judgment and the circumstances surrounding his transfer. Nnamdi Kanu, at this moment, from what we are gathering, has gone through a lot before the judgment and even after the judgment. Imagine, being moved to Sokoto, to the northern region, to the heart of your enemies, where your people are not there, your family are not there, you are just alone. And this is the troubles Nnamdi Kanu is going through because of his love for his people. You come watching this video, please come under the comment or do that and type, nothing must happen to Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody type it. Somebody type, nothing must happen to Nnamdi Kanu. And another person type, Biafra will never die. Biafra will never die. Biafra will never die. Okay? According to him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu maintained that his conviction was without legal basis. Was without any legal basis. Anybody that followed the whole process from the way Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and renditioned into Nigeria, we know that there was no legal foundation, legal basis for his conviction, arguing that no court can lawfully convict an individual under a law that has already been repealed. That is it. It is the first time they are convicting a person in Nigeria under a non-existent law. Prince Emmanuel Kanu quoted him as saying, his final written address, which anchored on fair hearing, was also denied. How can Justice Omotosho deny Nnamdi Kanu what is his constitutional right to final written address? Okay? He emphasized that the evidence relied upon by the court was not included in the charge sheet or presented as evidence against him. So the allegation Nnamdi Kanu is pushing is that they are doing everything just to make sure that they jail and nail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Additionally, the court's reliance on struck out charges from Justice Binta Yaka was a significant issue. They are now going to rely on a charge that has been struck out. A charge has been struck out from Binta Yaka in order to nail Nnamdi Kanu. Can you imagine? Please come under the comment of the video and type, drop a prayer for Nnamdi Kanu and say, nothing must happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing must happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And also type, Biafra will never die, no matter what. He added that Kanu, upon reviewing the judgment from prison, identified what he described as numerous errors, which he believes undermines the entire trial. The IPOB leader, he said, urged well-meaning Nigerian justices, magistrates, and lawyers to carefully examine the judgment and uphold the law of the land and the Nigerian constitution. I hope you have gotten the full judgment. If you have not gotten it, please let us know. Kanu also said to have questioned why favorable rulings from different courts and international bodies were ignored in the conviction. Before Omotosho offered this ruling, there have been many rulings in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, both in Nigeria and international courts. And Nigerian government refused to obey that one. But this one that convicted Nnamdi Kanu, in less than 24 hours, they have obeyed it and moved him to Sokoto. Please share this video and like this video if you have not done that. He questioned the disparity between the ruling from the Oman High Court, Enugu, the Court of Appeal, the United Nations, and the Supreme Court, which all stated that the laws under which he was charged are repealed and must be amended, yet were ignored. Prince Emmanuel Kanu. All these courts, Oman High Court, Enugu High Court, Court of Appeal, United Nations, and the Supreme Court already said that the law Nnamdi Kanu was being tried upon was repealed. But the Nigerian government under Tinubu and Muhammad Buhari ignored all of them. Please, somebody come in the comment and say, Tinubu, do the right thing. Release an innocent man. Release Nnamdi Kanu now before it is too late for you. Tinubu, release an innocent man now before it is too late for Nigeria. He explained that the transfer of Kanu to Sokoto has further heightened concern about his health and welfare, noting that the family and legal team had repeatedly warned that such location could endanger him. Barrister Emmanuel Barrister Mazi Okpara gave us a video of what happened while still in Sokoto. So after you watch this video, we are going to upload that video that Emmanuel Okpara, that Mazi Okpara, Nnamdi Kanu's consultant, Mazi Okpara has been very much involved in this matter, and we're going to drop it for you. He explained that the transfer of Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto has further heightened concern about his health and welfare, noting that the family and legal team had repeatedly warned that such location could endanger him. Even Professor Ahaji had also talked about this. Nnamdi Kanu's private medical doctor has also said that the way Nnamdi Kanu is moved to Sokoto prison could cause them not to be able to attend to his health. Despite the situation, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu expressed gratitude to Nigerians who have continued to show support, insisting that injustice against one person threatens everybody. That is why we want to encourage you to keep supporting him, keep praying for him, keep sharing this kind of video, online, offline. Do what you can do. Spread the message of the kind of injustice Nnamdi Kanu is suffering, because it is happening to Nnamdi Kanu, an Igbo person today. Nobody knows whether it will happen to a Kenyan, a Yoruba person, an Hausa person, a Fulani person. Nobody knows. In his word, I am Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who will reject injustice, unfairness, and evil against anybody, regardless of your tribe, faith, and ethnic background. Injustice to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is injustice everywhere. I remain thankful to for all your support, prayers, and your good thoughts. Elohim bless you all. This is the words of Oyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Prince Emmanuel appealed to the federal government and relevant authorities to ensure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rights are protected, especially as tensions continue to rise over his imprisonment and relocation. You watching this video, come under this video and type, Tinubu, release Nnamdi Kanu. Right now, release him right now, before it is too late, before Nigeria is crumbled. We must move on. That is it at the moment. Nnamdi Kanu at this time is still in Sokoto Prison, right? And he's planning to file his appeal to that case. So this case will still go to the Court of Appeal and possibly also reach the Supreme Court before we now see the end of this matter. Keep praying for Nnamdi Kanu, and there's another video on the screen. Click on it and watch now.